All right, welcome back, everyone. It's Nonsensical Profit here. We're going to talk about the process. I realize 3 episodes in that I haven't even discussed how I'm getting these commanders, and talk a little bit about the format, just in case you are new to this format. And then we'll pick a random commander to build around, and we'll go from there. So I'll probably cut out the building process, although that is my favorite part. So in the comments, if you do want to see that process, maybe in a separate video, or maybe something like a sped up version or something, let me know in the comments what you think, if you'd like to see the building process. But for now, I'm going to cut it out. So first up, we're going to just talk about what is Brawl. So Brawl is a format for Magic the Gathering where you will pick a commander. And what the commander is this is kind of like the leader of your army or the leader of your deck. And they kind of get to hang out in their own special zone. So normally in Magic, you draw 7 cards, and throughout the game you will draw more cards and be able to cast those spells, but you can only cast them if you have them in your hand, or there's other ways to get things cast from the graveyard and other zones as well. But the commander is kind of special. They just sit in their own little zone, and you can cast them for their casting costs. The timing rules obviously apply. So if it's a creature or planeswalker, you have to play it during one of your main phases. But if it does die, or if it's put into exile or put anywhere other than on the battlefield, you have a choice to put it back in your command zone. And then there's what's called a commander tax. So hopefully there's things popping up on the screen as I'm talking here. Hopefully I'm smart enough to edit this. Um, so let's say I've cast the Royal Scions once and it died, or went to the graveyard, and I decided to put it in my command zone. I can then cast this again, not for its uh, cost right here, a red, a blue, and any generic. I have to pay what's called the commander tax, which is 2 additional colorless added onto the original cost. And every time it dies or goes to the exile or goes in any other zone, and I put it there, I'll pay 2 more. So if I, want to come up with an equation for this, it's 2 times the number of times it's been killed or exiled, plus the original casting cost. The other thing about Commander is, you'll notice in the last few videos, the Royal Scions are both, there's 2 colors of mana in the casting cost. It's a red and a blue. So I can only build my deck with cards that are red or blue. Okay? So, or produce red or blue, or it could be colorless. They don't identify as a color, then you can play them in your deck as well. So there are some interesting cards that kind of break that rule. I guess let's see if I can find it. Okay, so yes, I totally clicked on it at random. Kenrith is a weird example where his casting cost is only white or plains, and then 4 colorless, but he has activated abilities that are different colors. So actually, this would be considered a 5-color commander, and you could have all 5 colors in your deck. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. All right, the other thing I wanted to address is something unique about building decks in Commander. In normal Magic the Gathering formats, or non-limited formats, constructed formats where you build your own deck and you go in playing against other people who do the same thing, you get to have up to 4 copies of any card. Obviously, basic lands, you can have as many as you want in there. But in Brawl, you can only have 1 unique card of every card type, again, except for the basic lands. So it's, if you're familiar with Commander, It's the same thing as Commander. It's a 60 card deck, though you could make it a 100 card deck like Commander. 60 card deck, and the sets that are in rotation are only the current standard sets. So you can only use cards from these 7 sets, and when 2021 comes out in 12 days, you could also use those. There are All right, we're going to play Sir Eleonora the Discerning. So it's a human knight. Sir Eleonora the Discerning's power is equal to the number of cards in your hand. When Sir Eleonora enters the battlefield, draw a card, and then spells your opponent's cast that target Sir Eleonora costs 2 more to cast. So this is a mono blue commander. I'm just going to say right now, there are a lot of mono blue commanders that are much better than this, but we're going to do our best. Let's see if I can get a unique take on this. But as I said, I'm going to cut to me already completing the deck, and we'll just jump into some games here. But if you are interested in the deck building style, or how I do that, please leave a comment. Maybe in the future videos we can go through. Maybe we can build one together or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. Anyway, I'll see you in a little bit here. All right, welcome back. So this is what I came up with. Just some basically blue spells, good stuff blue, I guess. I was trying to find ways to draw cards and make sure the hand was full for when Sir Eleonora was on the battlefield, although I don't think that's a very good strategy. I thought of secondary win conditions could be stealing their things, Agent of Treachery, Kiora, Best Sea God. So getting up to that, I have a little bit of ramp in here. Shark Typhoon, commence the end game. There isn't a great Wrath in blue. Blue doesn't typically have ways to board wipe. They have bounce, mass bounce. But in the current standard environment, they don't have. They used to have a good one. It was, I think, 6 mana, bounce everything the opponent had is a sorcery. But Flood of Tears is the best we have. So, yeah. So we'll see. I got some counter magic in there, some value creatures that draw cards. Another win condition, possibly milling ourselves with Jace and Drowned Secrets, though that might be a little too ambitious, but we'll see. I thought One with the Stars would be a fun one too. Blues usually doesn't have a way to remove things in play, but this is one of those ways. And with being mono blue, we can play a couple of the colorless lands. We'll see how this goes. I'm not at all confident, but Sir Eleonora the blue. Here we go. We're gonna play against Danger Noodle and their Kinnan Bonder Prodigy deck. This hand looks pretty okay. I'd say pretty good. Having a turn 2 Ominous Seas is very nice, but it doesn't. We don't do a whole lot in the early turns, other than setup. So, if this is a true Kinnan Bonder deck, they're going to have really good ways of ramping very quickly and then finding giant things to slam down. So we'll see. Yep, we've already got some ramp. So the question is, do we start milling them or do we start milling ourselves? I think the answer to that is we're gonna start milling them first. They don't. Blue and green don't typically have a lot of graveyard interactions as a color pair. Green has some ways to use the graveyard, but I don't see this style of deck. This is more of a ramp into big stupid stuff kind of deck. In response, I'm going to mill you. Alright. Happy to see the blue mana go in there, I guess. Although they still think they have it with this, so it's not that big of a deal. That was timely. Alright. Start our beats. We can hold up Negate or Chemister's Insight if we don't find a target with Negate or something that we don't really care about. But that'll start getting us closer to a 8/8 Kraken. So I'm going to seize whenever you draw a card, you put a counter on it. When you get 8 of them, you can remove a 8 of them and get a 8/8 Kraken. Blue Kraken token. Alright, 1/1 does have reach. Gotta remember the reach. Gonna mill you. Ooh. Big boys. Okay. Do we get down Sir Eleonora? Do we hold up Negate and cast Fibithep? Let's see. Yeah, I think this is fine, because we can block all of those things as well. And they miss their land drop, and we keep hitting lands, or throwing lands in their graveyard, so that's nice. 7 or more cards in the graveyard. Yes, we're 1 away. This will cost 4. Instant speed. Alright, we're doing stuff and things. Okay. He does know he can use these, right? One, 2, 3, 4. Some cool artwork. I will 100% block the Serpent. Alright, so they have basically unlimited mana here. Basically. Dang. Yeah, this seems like the right time. It's unfortunate, but... Ooh, Uro going... forgot about Uro. Forgot about Uro. I think we're gonna get Drowned Secrets down. But that really slows the opponent down. They don't have blue mana out. Okay, fine, opponent. And they do have to discard to hand size. They have 14 in hand. Unfortunate that Ominous Seas, Ominous was so close and we weren't able to capitalize on it. It's alright. Our game plan is we're gonna finish milling them out. 33 cards. And carry added? Oh, okay. Probably Kinnan then, right? Oh. So they have to discard down to 7 cards. That's 4 hitting the bin again. So Uro is on the way. We don't really have anything that stops that at this moment. So I think we get down Ominous Seas. Ominous? Ominous sounds better. Let's go with Ominous. Although it is omnipresent, right? Ominous. Omnipresent? Yeah, ominous. Let me know in the comments about ominous. Me. Okay. Go ahead and get this down. Mill you. Pew pew. Let's see if he eats. Yeah, we're gonna have plenty. Okay. Kind of want to get Eleonora. Ooh, that's nice. We can get back Flood of Tears again. Start this whole chain again. Disruption is the name of the game. So now everything adds 2 double. Add 1. Okay, so they add 1 more. So 2. Oh, he shouldn't attempt that, I guess, but alright. The Cavalier is helping us reach our goals here. Okay. Not just yet, I don't think. We're not in any danger yet. It's a good one. And all of these are instant speed, so we are just gonna hang back here. Because we have counter magic, we have drawing a bunch of cards, we have omens. I think next turn we can Mystic Sanctuary. This puts it on on top of the library. Well, we have ways to draw too. Fine with me. Put 2 counters. That's also fine. They're drawing their deck. Also fine with me. So we need to keep back. Yeah, we're gonna use Omen of the Sea to draw the Flood of Tears. Go ahead and attack, sure. We have plenty of life. In fact, that's the first bit of damage they've done. Yeah, we'll into the story. Pew 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 pew. Oh, that's interesting. Although I think we still stick with the game plan here. Doesn't matter. We have 9 counters on there, but again, that doesn't matter either. Okay, the opponent sees the line here. So, if you are new to Magic, I can explain a little bit. The Drown Secrets is putting the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. The opponent only has 7 cards left. One of the ways you can win is by dealing enough damage. So in Brawl, it's 25 damage to another player. Another way is if an opponent goes to draw a card and they have no more cards in their library, then they also lose the game. Obviously, there's some weird cards and weird exceptions to these rules, but in general, you can lose by not having enough cards. So let's go ahead. That worked really well, but I'm struggling to see a way where we win without that drowned secrets. That was pretty much, we just dirtled around until we were able to go off. Yeah, Looks like we have another ramp deck. This is not going to cut it. We're kind of banking on drawing land after land, and we don't do anything. Hey, Drowned Secrets. Ominous Seas. Ominous. Omnipresent. Ominous. Okay. Yeah, we're going to keep this in a heartbeat. I threw this in as a way to interact with the graveyard, as there are some decks that really crush you if you don't have a way to deal with the graveyard here, and also it draws a card. So there we go. I guess we'll just get it down. It doesn't really do anything right now, and unfortunately, it's gonna always go back to priority for us. They might have counter magic, so which one? Yeah, we're gonna get. Let's see if Ominous Seas can do it for us this time around. Okay, well they're not gonna be able to counter it anyway. That's good. Good little backup plan there. All right, we are set up. Green has ways to deal with enchantments and artifacts, so we do have to respect that. In fact, there's a mutate creature that they could play for 3 mana and destroy one of these. It's kind of tricky because both of these are threats. Both of these are pretty powerful threats if the opponent just leaves them. So game plan, golden egg. Yep, you got it. Nice. Golden egg into... Alright, that's a ways away. We can hold up Brazen Borrow. Could bounce Kiora in response. Wow, what a card! What a card to play in this game of Magic the Gathering. God.
Let's get moving.
So this card is basically game over for our deck. We Commence the Endgame does create a 4/4. Well, no, up to it could be a 4/4. This is a black zombie, so that'd be one way we could deal with it. But let's just slow them down on mana. I don't know. This is looking pretty bleak. Hey, there's the card I was talking about. But yeah, we're pretty boned here. Pretty boned. Main deck shiftings, Ceratops does that to you. 4, 5, we can at least get our commander down. Oh, that's good that we got rid of Evian. Oh yeah, that's... I don't know what we're gonna do here. 4, 5. Let's see, 6. We draw 2 cards, so it would be a 4/4. So we could potentially be able to block the Ceratops next turn if we draw an untapped land. Actually, I think all our lands are untapped at this point. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's the downside to monocolored decks. They're weak to some strategies. Sure. Oh, yeah. Kiora. Ugh. I mean, we're clearly not going to win by doing damage. We're likely more likely going to win through milling them, but that not not very likely at this. Okay. Creature enchantment. That's an artifact. I guess we just hang back here, and we can't even commit. We can try to counter something, I guess. Yeah. Something with artifact or creature. Artifact. Bling, ding, 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 ding. Oh, look at that. Look at fancy pants over here. Do you have counter magic? You've got it, right? Please don't have counter magic. Please. Please, 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 please. Ah! Oh, okay. Fights the shark? Does this say spells? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we have an answer there. Well, actually, no, we're 2 away from that. Okay. Actually, 1 untapped land at least gets us to Ominous Seas range. Ominous. It's gotta be ominous, right? And then we can block the ape. Although, oh shoot. When this attacks, yeah, we do have to. Yeah, we're 100% boned here. Guess we're drawing a card. I mean, it's possible they don't swing out, but it's not likely. Plus, they have a full grip. Yeah, they're looking at the ominous seas. They're well aware. They're well aware.
I love to make a splash.
Ooh, we even had the 2 cards that carried us last game. We just couldn't do it this time around. Looks like it's gonna be good fight. Yup. Can't do much about that. Oh, that's new. Untap.gg adds how many times you've cast it. That's cool. That's cool and helpful. Well, we didn't come here to not make 8/8 Krakens. Alright, well, that's about what I expected. Okay, jeez. Against a feather deck, I guess we can try this. Just being able to counter feather is maybe good enough, but they usually have 1 and 2 drops that also are very good. Alright, Shark Typhoon. Can make a shark later. Yeah. Or maybe we just cycle this. We do have a land right now, so I suppose we can wait. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Kinda sucks, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not a deal breaker. Go ahead. White source, feather. Try it. Try it, buddy. So that is going to shut down our Gadwick. At least the enter ability. He's going to play around this. And Thassa's not going to do much with Hushbringer out there too. I guess next turn we can cast Gadwick for 3 and hold up Essence Scatter if they still aren't going to do anything. If we Shark Typhoon, they just stick Feather, and we're not really well equipped to deal with Feather at this time. Yeah, you go ahead and you play around those counter spells. You do that. If they try to cast it pre-combat too, we can tap down one of their dudes. So that's cool. Probably the weird. Let me guess, lava. Interesting. Cast feather first. He's thinking about it. Alright, buddy. Yeah, we're not going to be able to interact with our opponent too well here. I guess this is probably the next play here. We can block Hushbringer. It's possible they have ways to punish this play, but yeah. Sure, they have first strike spells, and yeah. That's pretty much a good game for us. We can make a big shark. Guess that's the next step. Or one with stars. I suppose we could Chemist's Insight. I don't know if we want to risk them not, it's very likely they have ways to pump as well. Oh, mouse, what you doing? Okay, come on now. Let's see it. More pump. Hey, that's the other thing. That's the other thing that resets. We don't have 4 things on the battlefield. 9, 10, 11. Oh! Alright, well, maybe shock. Shock for the win. He's eyeing up the shark. Oh, sometimes that just happens when you're targeting your opponent. Yep. Yep. Good game. All right, well, that's going to do it this round. Thank you guys for sticking around. I appreciate you putting your... I appreciate the time that you took out of your day to watch this video. Like, comment, subscribe. All those things help me keep producing content for you. If you liked what you saw, if you liked me, if you liked the channel, do those things, please. One of them, two of them, three of them. Again, make a comment on the channel. Maybe there's a better build for Sir Eleonora. I would think maybe a budget aggro build is maybe where I should have went with this. I don't know. Let me know in the comments though what you think. Call me names. Make fun of the gameplay. I don't know. Let's interact as a community. I appreciate any feedback, bad or good. So, although I do have I'm pretty fragile, so be careful. Anyway, let's go ahead and cut it off there, and I will randomize the next build. Let's go ahead and so we're gonna click Brawl Commander. So next time next episode will be Kazmina Enigmatic Mentor. Spells your opponent's cast that target a creature or planeswalker you control cost 2 more to cast, and then you can loot, draw a card, discard a card, and you create a 2/2 blue Kenji wizard token. So there he is. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.